And why can it be measured? Why could some guy at a later date know that around 2008, some guy was here who liked donuts and smoked cigarettes? Anthropology escapes me. It berates me and carbon dates me. And I've found that lately, the time spent waking are just echoes of a lost dream. When some guy in a lab coat cries, although he died of a broken heart, the donuts and smokes didn't help. In a mass, in a row, all together, here we go, sliding headlong down a slippery slope to when the question engendered existential crises. It could be simply stated by Great Danes or Laurence Olivier's who bark and hark to ghosts, dithering as they do. I dither too. I had not thought death had undone so many. Physics doesn't dither. The line from the singularity to the present day may move through time and space in a relative way, but in no time does space-time say, wait, let's think about this. Clocks and watches break, but time doesn't wait. And you don't need the FM man to play through your braces to know that gravity always wins. At the end of the desert, it's said, I've read, there lies the promised land. But when you're in the desert, any place not desert has enough promise. Buck Owens played guitar in the desert, and Joshua blew a horn. I can't even play drums, which they say anyone could play. And if the world becomes desert and I'm left, I guess I won't be Buck or Josh. But I will blow my horn at the Crystal Palace and watch the walls come down. Because that is the nature of walls. They fall. And I looked over one in Berlin, and it fell. And they have one in China that people steal rocks from to build houses with. And they built these giant ornamental Islam-inspired arches that Islam-inspired fellas broke down spectacularly. If gravity is the organizing principle of the universe, and if that's true, and that's the case, then why is this place so messy? I can sit atop a mountaintop, and I can hear them talking, and they will talk in voices that I do not understand, in a context that is alien to me, from generations long past, and those that are long yet to be. I sit atop a mountaintop, and if I sit there long enough, it will wear out beneath me, and the sun will expand to envelop me, and gravity and entropy will dance as molecules expand over a wide expanse. I sit atop this mountaintop and listen to the voices who are long yet to be. And I know that I don't care if your stock option is worth $300 a share. You still have to be nice, because gravity always wins. And the universe will expand and contract like the heaving chest of a sleeping puppy. And we might be its dreams. Thank you.
Evan wants another. Kinda thought I was going to go on.
Butter it up, Charles.
What? Okay. Got a request. The world is full of landlocked places. This is all about poetry. No, thank everybody. Yeah, you guys are great. Charlie. Okay. Stand up here too. No, that's too crazy. Okay. The world is full of landlocked places. Places where the ocean can't get to. The ocean with its power and its waves and its dominance. Dominance across the wide face of this world. Hundreds of thousands of miles of pure power. Splitting the world from itself with its grandeur and its arrogance. Landlocked places don't see that ocean that tells us that we ain't so bad. And the world is full of landlocked places. And landlocked places are hell. I've been to Switzerland, and Switzerland is landlocked, and Switzerland is hell. I've never been to Bolivia, but Bolivia is a landlocked place, so Bolivia must be hell. The first tweakers came from Bolivia, and they chewed leaves, and they stayed up all night, and their tents were really clean. But they didn't care, because they knew they lived in a landlocked place, and as the same with all landlocked places, it was hell. And I could see so far over an ocean. My heart could be its own seagull, sailing on the wings of the ocean's power, sailing off to different shores where they make funny-looking buildings and really good Chinese food. But my heart turns into a snail or a three-toed sloth when it tries to see the heart in a landlocked place, because landlocked places are hell. Kansas was never the answer to anything. Not even for Dorothy. It's black and it's white, and there's no cowardly lion to protect you. Switzerland is not my kind of an answer, written across the sky by a smoky plane. For one thing, it's almost impossible to spell. And a spell is what I'm under. And this feeling hasn't happened to me for a very, very long time. Because poetry is an affliction. And if it isn't, you shouldn't do it! You shouldn't do it. And the afflicted gather in every corner of the world. And those who got it bad, those who got it real bad, they know who they are. We know who we are. We know each other. And we need each other. And I am just a rambling fool who knows where the land ends, the ocean begins, and it sure as hell don't Kansas. Because landlocked places are hell. And I can see the sky clear as I pull my Geo Metro away from the coast and through the mountains and through the desert and over more mountains to where the flat land rushes to meet the overarching sky, and the wind blows, and it sometimes drops houses on witches, and it sometimes holds mysteries that a couple of meaningless hours within a few wordless days did far too little to illuminate, because Kansas isn't the answer. Neither is any where. It's a different interrogative. And San Francisco can slowly sink below the horizon. And I will only watch as the waves play on the sand and my dog chases birds. Thank you.